guys, welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the Broadway Limited Paragon 3 USRA Heavy Mikado. This is an ATSF locomotive equipped with the latest in Broadway Limited technology, which is a Paragon 3, which is supplemented with a subwoofer, so you can get the trackside feel with some bass noises. You guys probably are aware of Paragon 3 now if you watch my channel much, because I've done quite a few reviews, including the review on the subwoofer. But let's take a look at what $349.99 MSRP gets you. Street price mid-200s, which is pretty good for a steam locomotive with sound. Let's take a look right now. All right, here's the box. There's the label. If your dealer is a nice guy or gal, they will give you the plastic protection wrap that comes with it. To keep the box from shelfware, you get the Paragon 3 manual, 31 pages of functions, CVs, etc., exploded parts diagrams like such. I don't know if you guys like seeing this or not. And the warranty now is 1 year from Broadway Limited. Used to be 2 or 1 year with the more recent releases. Here's what you get in the box. You've got a hex key for drive wheel installation, traction tires, installing traction tires I should say. You have the locomotive, which has this brace that I recommend you pull concurrently, or simultaneously I should say, at the same time as the locomotive. And the tender here wrapped tightly in plastic. Get the box out of the way. That's about it for box contents. Locomotive here is a heavy little guy. Maybe that's why it's called Heavy Mikado, I don't know. Little foam insert in the bottom there, and you've got the tender unwrapped as well. Let's take a closer look at the model next. Okay, looking at some detail here, swinging around the front, you've got a plastic coupler, you got the pilot here with some air hoses, air lines hanging off the front. You've got a coupler cut lever there, magnetic trip pen on the spring activated coupler, headlight which is LED, smoke box door, handrail, classification lights. You've got the bell which actually moves. Got the dynamo right behind the bell there, and the smokestack right behind the dynamo. You got the builder's plate detail there. You've got latch detail around the smoke box door. You've got rivet detail around the smoke box. On the front, you got the piston, eccentric crank, and all the side rod detail there with the pilot trucks. This is a 282 locomotive. So that means that the pilot trucks are 2 wheels. The actual drivers are 8 wheels, and the trailing trucks are 2 wheels. You've got some plumbing running along the side, firebox, rivets back towards the back, plumbing all along the side of the actual main body of the locomotive with the sand dome and boiler dome, along with the whistle and the valve, relief valves there. You do have vents, cab roof vents that open, and cab roof rivet detail. You have a cab sunshade. You've got the cab window. Boiler backhead detail, a little hard to see. I don't know if light will help this or not. There you go. Now you can see that the boiler backhead detail is molded into the actual body of the locomotive, and you've got 2 figures that are painted and detailed and seated in there, along with a safety tread plate in the floor of the locomotive. You see the actual pins there where the male connection to the tender goes, along with handrails back in the cab area, crew entry ladder steps. Oh no, actually, sorry, there's none there. Those are actually more plumbing to do blowdowns, I believe. And more of the same type of detail on the other side. 3285 is written on the side. A little hard to discern because there is some handrail detail or separately applied detail right over the numbers, but that's probably correct. Safety tread on the walkways there. And again, another builder's plate. And that brings us back to the front of the locomotive. Let's take a quick look at the tender. I'm going to do that without a cut here to save me some editing time because I'm lazy. Coal tender. So you've got a realistic looking coal load installed there. You have the actual female portion of the harness that connects the drawbar, which has two different settings. You can have a close or further distance setting based on how tight your radiuses are on your curves. You've got the truck detail on the tender, 3285s, written pretty clearly. There seems to be a little breakup in the print towards the top, but actually on second look it just looks like it's where the rivet detail goes over it, so that's not an issue to my eyeball. I know some people have pickier eyeballs than I do. Looking at the top again, you see the water hatch back there, crew access ladder on the rear, coupler cut lever, coupler handrails separately applied, more rivet detail. You've got 16 tons coal, 10,000 G-dubs for specifications on the back, which is legible. I just read it. And that's basically it for the tender. So let's move on to another phase of the review next. Alright, so we're going to actually hit F9, which does the startup sequence for Broadway limited locomotives, or you can just move the locomotive, but I don't play the startup sequence much, so we'll do that. Now, if you have any sort of subwoofer hooked up to your computer or TV or a tablet, you should be able to hear the Paragon 3 kicking in the back, being a very nice supplement to this sound. We're going to go ahead and pick a few sounds. They have a total of 28 listed, so we're not going to be able to cover them all in the essence of time, but we'll listen to a few here, including the most important ones, bell, whistle, quick access optional whistle with F22, and then 2 for horn or whistle again. It's got like a little quill to the end there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and listen to just a couple more sounds. Some higher functions have maintenance sounds and farm sounds and things like that.
I don't know if you'll be able to come out or not, but that's all I got today. Over. Okay. I'll give you a holler after it gets by then. Thanks. Radio, sir. That's a good radio.
So that was radio sounds function 17, which works. We're going to move right into the actual slow speed control here. So we're going to go at 1 speed step forward and work our way up. There's 1 speed step. Very little hesitation. 2. Keep an eye on the dry rods, or side rods, so you can see what's going on. Chuff starts to kick in. 3. 4. And 5. Go backwards here. 1 speed step. I will zoom in on the drive rod so you can see for yourself a little better. That's 1 speed step in reverse there. Pretty good speed control. I'm not seeing a whole lot of interruptions, staggering, etc. There's 2 speed steps. Here, Paragon 3 accessorizing the chuff in the background. 3. 4. And 5. A little bit of motor noise, not a whole lot. You can see the headlight, which is a nice golden white appearance. So pretty cool there. It's got Rule 17 lighting where it changes intensity before you move, and when you move it brightens up. So that's it for slow speed control functions. Let's check out some other tests. We're going to do pull test now so you can see what's going on there, and also listen to the motor noise with sounds muted. Do get a hum there at slow speeds. It actually dims out as you get faster. This thing's pulling all over the place, a lot of slip, but it looks like about 4.5, which is pretty impressive for a little locomotive like this. Broadway Limited really has nailed down the pulling power. And 4.5 ounces, by the way, at 15 cars. The freight cars you see in the background, about 15 cars per ounce. So you're looking at this little thing could pull 60 average size freight cars or more. So that's very, very good. Up close and personal coupler action here. Checking coupler height. You can judge for yourself. To me it looks dead on, but I've been proven wrong from time to time, so that's why it's all in your face, up close, so you can see it for yourself. Make your own determinations. There's the front. Again, it looks dead on to me. Another important thing for operation is NMRA standards. So we check the wheels, and we're good there, good there, good there, good there. Let's see here, good there. Check, 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 and check. So all good. People sometimes ask me why I do this on video. It's just to actually show you that I'm not just saying things. You see the proof right there in front of you. All right, we are all zoomed in here on the scale. We're just going to drop the locomotive and tender on. 535 grams, 0.535 kilograms, 1 pound, or 1.18 pounds. That's 1 pound, 2.9 ounces, or 18.9 ounces. So slightly over a pound, but really good pulling power for what you get. So pretty impressive. Well, guys, that's going to wrap up the review of the Broadway Limited Heavy Mikado. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, street price is about $250. Great locomotive. The only thing I could find even remotely wrong with the locomotive is some noise at slow speeds. Lots of functions to go over and have fun with. They make it very interactive. I like a lot of features like the ability to record some whistle and bell sequences and then play it through the macro function. Very, very cool. Overall, a good locomotive. The only thing I also dove into a little bit was there was no smoke, but looking into some products from Broadway Limited, there isn't really space to put a smoke unit because of a small smoke box area. So this is one of those locomotives that is not equipped with smoke, but it has that great Paragon 3. I'm going to leave you with a run-by of just the locomotive because I really don't have anything era related to run with it, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.